back to the 4-day ukulele challenge. I think we're just about at 10 o'clock now. Feel free to carry on.
Oh,
very chilled out of it.
So, thanks if you joined us yesterday. If you can give us a thumbs up or a Y just to say yes you can hear us and yes you can see us, that would be fantastic, because we don't want to start until you're definitely get everything that you need from us. So yeah, give us a Y for a yes or a thumbs up just so that we can see that you can see and hear us. That would be brilliant. And in the meantime, for a second or so, we'll listen to Paul continue doing his beautiful background music. That might be our 100-day ukulele challenge. Get to that stage. So, have we got any comments? Anyone has said anything yet? So, yeah,
Really lovely.
please do put a Y if you can hear and see us, because we don't want to start until we definitely know that you can visually see us and that you can hear what's going on. So if you're already online, please do that so that we can tell. Thanks so much we had over 200 people viewing us yesterday, which is absolutely brilliant. We're really excited about that. I just wanted to mention as well, we've also had some more people signing up to the Education on Fire email list, which is where you can get the free downloads of the songs we're doing and some of the MP3s so you can practice at home. Make sure when you send your email in that you should receive a welcome email back, and that's for an opt-in to make sure that we definitely are able to send you it. So if you don't receive one back once you've put your email in, please check your bulk and your spam folders just to make sure that we have consent that we can send you that through. So yeah, do check that if you've signed up. If you haven't received anything from us, check your bulk and spam folders. That's a really important thing to do. So we're still waiting for some confirmation, I think, about people actually watching, that you're actually able to see and hear us. So we'll just give it another couple of seconds just to try and make sure that we can do that. But I think we're all set as far as we can tell from here. Please share it, please like it, so that we can make give it to as many people, share it to as many people as we possibly can do. Yeah, and again, thanks so much for joining us here on the Education on Fire and Primary Music on Fire 4-day ukulele challenge. My name is Mark Taylor. Carol Aveyard is with us again, and Paul Mansell obviously here giving us his expertise and teaching prowess. And I'm not sure we actually mentioned yesterday, but of course the music we're doing is actually from your book, isn't it, Paul?
That's right, yeah. I'll hold that up so people can see it. There you go, that's published by Kevin Mayhew. Ukulele School features all of these songs that we're doing here, and you're sending people who sign up get 3 MP3s of them and 3 copies of the music.
Exactly. So the things that we're covering this week, you've got a PDF of the things so you can actually visually see it as well, and also MP3s so that you can hear it. So you can practice it obviously the rest of this week, but you can keep it and use it in the future. And we'll talk to you a bit more about the book and all the things that you can gain slightly later in the week. Thank you to those that have actually commented during the day yesterday. It's really great to hear from you. Thank you so much for getting in contact. We had a couple of questions which were good, because it reminded me of some things which I couldn't remember either, which was brilliant. And one of those was in terms of, we talked about the frets, and we know it's quite hard to see because the camera's a little bit away, so I think Paul's going to actually demonstrate it a bit closer as well. But in terms of where your finger goes, either on which string it is, whether it's on all the strings, and also is the fret, do you put your finger on the fret as in the metal bar, or do you actually have it next to it in the middle, or just so we're really sure about how that is?
Yeah, good question. So I'll wander up to the camera in a minute. The metal bars going across to the frets, your finger has to be right up to it. So if I'll be careful not to hit the mic, but hopefully, can you see that a bit better there? That the finger is right up to the fret there. It doesn't go over the fret, and it's not too far away from it either, so it's right up to it. And for a C chord, you're just on this string here, so you're not over all of them, you're just on the 3rd fret, 1, 2, 3 of the string closest to the floor, and you've got to press fairly hard to get that to sound. We're just going to... Sorry, was there another question you wanted to ask?
No, that was it really. And also An important part was the tuning. I think actually seeing the tuner in action in terms of having one that we can put on the ukulele, which I think is really helpful. Was really good. And also, as you would have seen from some of the promo we did before, stcharlesmusic.co.uk have got a 10% online discount as well. So if you want to buy one through them, feel free to do that, and that'll be you get your 10% off as well, which is brilliant. We thank them a lot for supporting us. In doing this.
I mean, likewise, as we mentioned, you can get free tuners on your smartphones as well, and they work in exactly the same way as that. It will tell you what string you're on and whether you've got to wind it away from you or towards you, higher or not. Okay, we'll have a little recap of what we did yesterday. So if you remember, to sit, we've got our leg raised a little bit on a book, a cushion or a footstool. The head of the ukulele is pointing at roughly 2 o'clock, and your right hand is quite floppy and your left hand is running along here. And you want to be sat upright. The ukulele, you don't want it moving around all the time when you're playing. The important parts, the strings, we've got the sound hole here, the frets that we've just discussed, and these are your tuning pegs. So we've got the 4 strings. Who should I pick on? Let's see who was paying attention. Mark. Can you remember what the 4 strings are? Or you can put your hand up if you know.
Primary teacher over here.
Feel free.
Go for it.
Good children eat apples.
Perfect, thank you, Carol. Good children eat apples. Top of the class.
So, starting at the top.
Starting at the top.
Yeah.
G, C, E, A. And years ago there was this little tune that sort of went, my dog's got fleas, so that's how you know it's in tune. And we talked about playing chords. Yesterday we learnt a chord, the C chord. So can you both remember the C chord and give us a nice...
Third finger, was that right? Third finger on the third fret.
Third fret, lovely. There you go, we're sounding good already. So I think what we'll do first, we'll go through the song that we learnt yesterday, the ukulele song. We'll just have a quick warm up, get ourselves in tune. So if you remember, this song was in 4/4. So you've got 4 beats per bar. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're strumming on the first beat of each bar. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. For the intro, you'll hear click, 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 the, and then we're in. Okay, so let's give this a little go. The ukulele song is here, it's easy and it's fun. The ukulele song is here, there's just one chord to strum. The ukulele song is here, you sing it night and day. The ukulele song is here, there's just one chord to play. Perfect, well done. So hopefully that wasn't too problematic for you. What we're going to try now, we're going to do the same song before we move on to another one, but we're going to use something called crotchets. A strum like that, the last 4 beats, 1, 2, 3, 4, is called a semi-breathe. A bit of an odd word, semi-breathe. If a beat lasts 1 beat, or a note lasts 1 beat, it's called a crotchet. Well, I don't have better words than these. These are hard words, aren't they?
I like the American system with the whole notes and quarter
yeah,
notes.
I think in some
half
ways
notes, it works really nicely.
yeah. So 1 beat would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. You've still got the 4 beats per bar, but you're strumming on every beat. So previously we were strumming just on the first. 2, 3, 4. It's ringing out. We're now going to strum 1, 2, 3, 4. So it'll be the ukulele song is here. Let's give that a little go.
And we're going down each time.
That's
so
exactly right. You're not going up and down, just down like that with your fingers or a plectrum. Okay, here we go. So we'll have the same intro and then we're on. The ukulele song is here, it's easy and it's fun. The ukulele song is here, there's just one note to strum. The ukulele song is here, you sing it night and day. The ukulele song is here, there's just one note to play. Perfect. naturals.
I was adapting that already for a classroom situation
Fantastic.
in my head. So what I would probably have, that song is so easy to remember because
Yeah.
I woke up singing that song.
Sorry.
And no, I do that quite regularly anyway. That's fine. But it is a very easy song to remember, and I would probably split my class into two for that, and I would probably have the first two lines would be played by one group and sung by the other, and then I would switch.
Great idea.
So I would have half the class playing at once.
That's
and
interesting that
singing
you
at
say
once.
that, actually.
I just think it's got a lot of legs that you can just keep changing that around.
But it's interesting that you say that, Carol. Carol works in primary schools a lot. I mean, she's a professional music teacher, but she happens to work in primary schools as well. And likewise, the next song we're going to do, Dippy the Dinosaur, has two chords in it. And I do exactly the same. If you can't get between the two chords, you can have one group or one parent, whatever, do one chord, and another group do another chord. So the next song that we're going to do is called Dippy the Dinosaur, and it's got two chords in it. So the first chord, we know, it's a C chord, no problem there. The next chord is a new chord, and this is an A minor. I'll walk up close to the camera in a minute. You're going to take your second finger on your left hand, the middle finger, and you're going to place it just in front of the second fret on the string closest to you, which we know is a G. So it's like that, okay?
And I've taken my other one off.
Correct, thank you for pointing that out. Take the other one off. It's a bit harder than the C, because with the C, we have no strings here that are going to get in the way. With the A minor, you've got to make sure these strings are clear and you're not killing them like that. So have your finger nice and upright. I'll walk up to the camera and show that. So it's at a good angle there. My second finger, middle finger, on the second fret, just in front of it, on the string closest to me. And that's my A minor. So
and so are you resting the ukulele on part of your hand as well? Is it arcing
It's
round?
arcing onto my thumb.
Okay.
So no other part of my hand is
So
touching it.
we're not like
Okay,
that.
so I'm sort of resting it on the hand.
Not sort of resting it on that, it's just like that. So I've actually got clearance there, I could sort of get my hand through. And that's the way that you get all of the strings clear. Dippy the Dinosaur is in 3/4. So where the ukulele song was 4 beats per bar, 1, 2, 3, 4. If something is in 3/4, it just means there's 3 crotchet beats, 3 single beats in each bar. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Waltzes tend to be in 3/4. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. We're going to strum again once in every bar, but this time, because the beat's only 3 beats long, it's got a different name. It's called a dotted minim. Again, not an easy name to remember, but there you go. So I think what we'll do first, we'll have a listen. So this song's called Dippy the Dinosaur. It's 2 chords, and it's in 3/4, and it's nice and slow. So we'll have a little listen. I'll explain the intro in a second, but first off, we'll just listen.
Let's see if we can hear that chord change.
Yeah.
Dippy was a dinosaur who lived so long ago. He lived during Jurassic times when dinosaurs could roam.
Here's the change.
But something put an end to them, and no one knows for sure if it was the Ice Age or a meteor.
So, as Carol correctly pointed out, there's a change in it. It's on the word something. You can hear it goes from being fairly bright to a bit more mysterious, as you would say, wouldn't you? So that's
So
the
the
way of-
first half is our C chord that we know already, but the second half is the new one.
Correct, yeah. So you've only actually got to change chords once, because you're perfectly correct. Exactly, the first half is C chords, second half is A minors. So let's just try.
It's lovely because you'll get it at some point, even if you miss it the first time.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Because you can
You're
really
not
hear it,
constantly
can't you,
backwards
when
and
you get
forwards.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I know some of you will have the music if you signed up, but if you're just watching and you haven't, I think you can hear that quite
Yes,
clearly when that goes through.
Yeah, exactly. So let's just try. We'll strum 3 on a C chord, 1, 2, 3, and then we'll go to an A minor. So after 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Back to C. Perfect. A lot of the knack to it is keeping your fingers close to the frets. If ever you watch a great guitarist, they keep their fingers really close to the fretboard. What we don't want is, if my fingers are up here, then I've got a long way to, and it'll take me a long while. I'll never do it quickly. So keep your fingers as close as you can to the fretboard, this being the fretboard. So for children, just try and hover them above. It's a bit tricky to begin with, but always that applies to however complicated or simple piece you're playing. Keep your fingers as close as possible. Right, let's give the song a go. I think you're going to be good at this. The intro is going to be, you'll hear click, 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 and then we're in. So this time we're coming in on the first word. So you'll hear click, 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 click. Dippy was, and it's on the first beat. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Don't worry about if you can't get the change when it needs to be. You'll see us change chords to the A minor, but it's on the word something.
Your voice sounds very different in real life than it does on the disc.
Thank you. Right, here we go. Oh, that's the wrong one. Right.
Dippy was a dinosaur who lived so long ago. He lived during Jurassic times when dinosaurs could roam
And change.
and something put an end to them, and no one knows for sure if it was the Ice Age or a meteor.
Perfect.
Yeah, I'm still finding that quite awkward in terms of holding it, I think. I
Yeah.
so want to just rest it. I think that's my drumming comfort of just
Yeah.
holding it.
Hold on
Yeah.
to something. I like the tempo of that one. I thought that was really nice to be able to firstly go fairly slowly,
Yeah.
so that I was loads of time to change to that A minor chord. And
Yeah,
then once
well
I
done.
found it, stay right there.
Yeah.
I thought that was really, really
Yeah.
nice tempo. If that had gone any faster, that would have been a quick.
Funny
in the
enough,
middle,
when we
wouldn't it?
wrote it, it was originally quicker than that. We
Right,
slowed it
yeah.
down. Going
That's
back
really
to
nice
your
then.
point, your fingers are beautiful, but slightly. What would the word be? They have slightly more skin around them. So yeah, it can be difficult because you haven't got much room between the strings. So it is hard for children. In some ways, it's easier for children because their fingers tend to be thinner, but it hurts their fingers more and they're not
Yeah.
quite as dexterous. And it is difficult, is this wrist here. I'm just going to grab your wrist a little. That's it. You've got to really push it through to get your fingers there, because the sort of groove that I get from pressing the string is right on the tip of my finger, not there kind of thing.
And you're holding the ukulele in your right hand rather than your left hand is just
The
literally
left
doing-
hand is barely supporting it, so
Yeah.
even if I take that off, it's
Right.
not wobbling around. So it's like a vice-like.
Yeah, I think I was
there.
trying to hold here and not so much with the
Yeah.
hand, so it's the other way around.
Yeah, so it's a good point. Your sort of thumb there is just running along.
That bit needs practice because I couldn't do what you just did and take that away and be
Yeah,
comfortable. It
it's-
feels like it would move around, but I guess that's practice, isn't it? Of being
Well, it's
Quite
interesting.
secure,
Most
yeah.
people who come to me for lessons,
Oh, wow, there you go.
the first problem is holding the ukulele, and it's so important. A lot of people, you can get straps put on these. That's fine for when you're standing up, but when you're sitting down, I'm not a big fan of them because they don't offer any support. Yet this still moves around. So yeah, if you can sort of get it nice and steady, that's perfect. So that's Dippy the Dinosaur, 2 chords in it. We'll have a sort of little recap of that tomorrow, and I think tomorrow we'll also try that with the crotchet, so the 3 strums. But like Mark said, sign up, you'll get a 3 MP3 of that and 3 PDFs. I'll hand over to Mark and he'll just close up for us.
Yeah, well, thanks very much for watching. Please, if you've got any questions, just put a comment underneath this video. We're more than happy to answer any of those things. If there's anything like the technical thing about how you're literally still holding it, just let us know. We can cover all those things. And also, what would be really interesting for us to know is exactly what your background is. Are you a parent doing it with one of your children or a group of children, or are you a primary teacher thinking of doing it in your class coming up? Because then we can maybe sort of make sure that we're covering some of those things as well. I know we were chatting before about having stickers and things if you were doing
some
it.
inclusivity for a classroom situation.
Yeah. Just so that we know exactly what we can do, because then we can make it as useful for you as possible. So yes, please share, please like, let as many people know as we can. We're here for your benefit, really, well, and for mine, because I am the complete beginner, as you can tell. These are a little bit more professional than me, but yeah, it's really important that we can help you in the best way we can. So if you haven't got the resource material, yeah, if you go to educationonfire.com/challenge, put your email and details into there, and then you should get a welcome email from there. If you don't receive one almost straight away, do check your bulk in your spam folder, and then you just give us permission then for us to send you everything after that. So thanks very much for watching, and we look forward to seeing you tomorrow, 10 AM once again. Thanks very much.